Are you ready to awaken your best self and break free from the chains of addiction? In this video, we delve into 5 key addictions that hinder our growth and obstruct our path to becoming our best selves. Through understanding and mindfulness, we can break free from these addictions and unlock our true potential. Each lesson is imbued with the wisdom of Buddhist teachings, offering insights and practices to guide us on our transformative journey. Lesson 1. Comparison. Comparison is a pervasive addiction that plagues many aspects of our lives. We constantly compare ourselves to others, measuring our success, worth, and happiness against theirs. This addiction creates a cycle of discontentment and insecurity, as we either feel superior or inferior to those around us. In Buddhism, comparison is seen as a hindrance to enlightenment. The Buddha taught that each individual is unique and possesses their own path to awakening. By comparing ourselves to others, we deviate from our true essence and lose sight of our inherent potential. To break free from the addiction of comparison, we must cultivate mindfulness and self-awareness. Recognize when comparison arises in your mind and observe it without judgment. Shift your focus inward, acknowledging your strengths, weaknesses, and inherent worthiness. Practice gratitude for the qualities and experiences that make you who you are, embracing the beauty of your individual journey. Lesson 2. Complaining. Complaining is a habit that drains our energy and perpetuates negativity. It stems from a mindset of lack and dissatisfaction, as we focus on what we perceive to be wrong or lacking in our lives. This addiction not only affects our mental well-being, but also poisons our relationships and interactions with others. Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of gratitude and acceptance in cultivating inner peace. The practice of mindfulness invites us to observe our thoughts and emotions without attachment, recognizing that suffering arises from our resistance to what is. Instead of complaining about our circumstances, we can choose to cultivate gratitude for the blessings in our lives, no matter how small they may seem. Breaking free from the addiction of complaining requires a shift in perspective. Rather than dwelling on what we lack, we can focus on what we have and approach challenges with a mindset of acceptance and resilience. Cultivate a daily gratitude practice, acknowledging the abundance that surrounds you and finding joy in the present moment. Through this practice, you will cultivate a sense of contentment and inner peace that transcends external circumstances. Lesson 3. Comfort. The addiction to comfort is a barrier to growth and self-discovery. We seek comfort in familiarity and routine, avoiding situations that challenge us or push us out of our comfort zone. While comfort may provide temporary relief, it ultimately stifles our potential and prevents us from experiencing true fulfillment and growth. In Buddhism, the concept of impermanence reminds us that change is inevitable and that clinging to comfort is futile. The Buddha encouraged his followers to embrace discomfort as a catalyst for transformation and awakening. By stepping outside of our comfort zone, we expand our horizons, cultivate resilience, and discover new aspects of ourselves. Breaking free from the addiction to comfort requires courage and mindfulness. Instead of avoiding discomfort, lean into it with curiosity and openness. Engage in activities that challenge you mentally, emotionally, or physically, pushing past your perceived limitations. Embrace uncertainty and change as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Through this process, you will cultivate resilience and inner strength, empowering you to navigate life's challenges with grace and ease. Lesson 4. Patience for the ideal moment to begin. The addiction to waiting for the ideal moment to begin is a common barrier to progress and personal growth. We often procrastinate or delay taking action, waiting for the perfect conditions or circumstances to align before pursuing our goals and aspirations. However, this addiction traps us in a cycle of inaction and stagnation, preventing us from realizing our full potential. In Buddhism, the concept of impermanence teaches us to embrace the present moment and seize the opportunities it presents. The Buddha emphasized the importance of mindfulness and awareness, encouraging his followers to live fully in the present moment without attachment to the past or future. By letting go of the illusion of the ideal moment, we free ourselves from the constraints of time, and embrace the infinite possibilities of the present. Breaking free from the addiction to waiting requires mindfulness and self-awareness. Cultivate an attitude of presence and awareness, recognizing when the impulse to procrastinate arises in your mind. Instead of waiting for the perfect conditions, take small steps towards your goals in the present moment, trusting that each action brings you closer to your aspirations. Let go of perfectionism and embrace the process of growth and learning. Through this practice, you will cultivate patience and resilience, empowering you to live a life of purpose and fulfillment. Lesson 5. Ceasing participation. The addiction to participation refers to our tendency to cling to identities, roles, and attachments that no longer serve us. We become entangled in relationships, beliefs, and behaviors that perpetuate suffering and hinder our spiritual growth. This addiction stems from a fear of change and a desire for security and certainty. In Buddhism, attachment is seen as the root cause of suffering. The Buddha taught that attachment to desires and identities leads to craving, aversion, and delusion, perpetuating the cycle of samsara. To break free from this cycle, we must cultivate non-attachment and let go of the egoic self. Breaking free from the addiction to participation requires introspection and self-inquiry. Examine the roles, identities, and attachments that define your sense of self, questioning whether they align with your true essence and aspirations. Let go of labels and judgments, embracing the fluidity and impermanence of existence. Cultivate a sense of detachment from outcomes and expectations, surrendering to the flow of life with trust and acceptance. Through this practice, you will discover a sense of freedom and liberation that transcends the limitations of the ego. The journey to becoming our best selves requires courage, self-awareness, and a willingness to let go of the addictions that hinder our growth. Through the wisdom of Buddhist teachings, we can break free from the cycle of comparison, complaining, comfort, waiting, and participation, unlocking our true potential and experiencing inner peace and fulfillment. May this exploration inspire you to embark on your own transformative journey and discover the infinite possibilities that await within. Breaking free from these 5 addictions is crucial in your journey to becoming your best self according to Buddhism. By letting go of attachment to material possessions, obsessive thoughts, harmful habits, ego-driven desires, and negative emotions, you can cultivate inner peace, clarity, and true happiness. Remember, true liberation comes from within, so start your path to self-discovery and enlightenment today. Thank you for watching, and may you find the strength and courage to break free from these addictions and live a fulfilling life.